haven't talked to y'all very much about my potato patch. I actually have this patch over by the horse pasture, and then I have another little patch up by my house. But the reason why is because it just wasn't doing anything. I had to plant them in a really big hurry. I ran out here ahead of some weather one night, and I had to work so hard until dark just to get them in the ground that I couldn't really film it. I couldn't even think about filming. I just had to get it done. And then the system came through, and here they go. So I sat and waited just like everybody else that grows potatoes, and nothing. I'm talking about nothing. And that's okay, but what happens is after a while, one or two will pop up, and you're like, all right, they're ready, they're coming up. And then nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then another one will pop up, and you're like, well, now they're ready. And then they say, no, we're not ready. And they don't do anything for a while. I'm growing Yukon Golds. I kind of started thinking they were Yukon Gones, because they just seem to be gone. They just seem to be absorbed by the dirt. I dug around in there one day just to see if they had completely disintegrated and they were gone, maybe eaten by worms. And they were still there. And the piece I dug up had sprouts on it. So I just hung in there. You want them to come up. You want to be able to see them. Because when they're underground, you can't really tell what they need. But when they come up and they have these leaves, you can kind of watch those leaves, and you can tell when they're happy, when they're not so happy, when they're thirsty, when they maybe have had too much water. And it's just a lot less stress when you can actually see them. So the last couple of work days, Friday and Monday, today is Monday, I believe it's March 27th. The last couple of work days, we had to do what I don't like to do anymore. I just don't like to do it anymore. We had to go to the big city. We had to drive to Baton Rouge, and I had to go get in traffic. And we had to go to 4 different hospitals. We didn't have to go. It wasn't appointments for my husband. I was going to collect medical records. And that's a whole nother long story, which I might talk about at some point. But I'm trying to get all documentations of his illness so that I can have all my T's crossed and my I's dotted to deal with these long-term disability people. I had said in some videos a little while back that I had a couple of issues in my life that were causing me some stress, and this long-term disability claim is one of them. They let you get on long-term disability, but then they do a complete investigation and review later after some months to see if you are really disabled, and if you really are permanently disabled, to qualify for them to pay you until you reach the age of full retirement, which for my husband is 67. And so, legalized stuff aside, that's what we've been dealing with. I want all documentation. I want every piece of paperwork to add to the mountain of paperwork I already have from going through everything. But I want original copies of everything from the hospitals, from every doctor he's seen, every therapist. And pretty much got them. The last few days, I've gotten it done. I've stayed at my table till midnight, many nights, and organized things and written his claim number at the top of each page, and I'm getting it organized. But because of doing all that, I had to go to the big city the last couple of work days. And then Saturday, I had the funeral for my friend, and I just want to thank everybody for being so kind. I appreciate that so much. It meant a lot. Thoughts and prayers do mean a lot, and I appreciate it. So tonight is Monday night. Got back a little while ago, and I thought, rather than just doing everything in the garden or trying to do everything and going to bed feeling like I didn't get a lot done today, I thought, I'm going to try to just do one thing. And I'm going to come out here with my potatoes, because after the freeze, they just went crazy. I went from literally having only 4 or 5 plants over here to having some on every row, all down the rows. I'm so excited. they're coming up now, and they're not Yukon Gones anymore. There might actually be some Yukon Golds under that dirt. And it's making me happy. It's making me happy. Y'all, and I know that those of you that watch this channel for gardening and you watch other channels for gardening, I think you'll agree with me when I tell you that these gardens are a place of respite. These gardens are a place of healing. I am so thankful. I am so thankful that I have my yard, my little plots of potatoes, my corn patch that's fixing to be a corn patch. It's not quite there yet, but it's fixing to be. I have all my little melon circles. I have my new beds I put in. I have all of that stuff that I can come home to when I've gotten out of traffic, when I've gotten out of doctor's offices that were packed. The suffering out there is amazing, amazing. They were packed today. The orthopedic place is what I'm specifically thinking of. Just so many people that are banged up and in wheelchairs and legs broken and crutches. It was amazing. And I can come home to this place and I can sit down in my yard or work, you know, just whatever I'm doing. And I'm home. I'm home. And I get to watch things come to life. I get to watch things come to life, and it's so, so therapeutic. And I know you probably agree with me. I showed you a lot of things after that freeze the other day that had died or that didn't look good at all. But y'all, every day when I walk out here, I find something that I thought was gone, and it's back. And I'm so happy. This is Lainey from Hilltop Home Place. I hope that you feel the same way in your gardens. I truly, truly do. I hope they're a place of respite, a place you can just flee to when you need some time to think, when you need to hear birds and nature because the noise of the world is just too much sometimes, when your heart needs to heal. I hope you have that. Create that somehow. Create that. Thank y'all so much. And thank you for allowing me to even be able to speak to you this way. And just, I feel like your friends. I thank you so much. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.